Hello, this is Trudy Olson, and this is my social innovation presentation. So I was assigned social hybrid company as my category, and I've chosen a company called Everytable. So Everytable prepares food that it's healthy and nutritious and provides it to areas where there's not affordable and accessible food. Their mission is to transform the food system to make fresh, nutritious food accessible to everyone, everywhere. The social innovation of Everytable is that they set their prices according to the income, the average income of the area where they're selling their foods. And they have many options. They have storefront locations. They also have a monthly subscription available for people to buy. And they have something they call smart fridges, which are actually vending machines that have their meals available. The social issue that Everytable is addressing is the lack of nutritious and healthy food in many areas that are low income areas. So generally speaking, in those areas, there's a lot of fast food restaurants that people tend to go to because that's what's available. And this is causing a lot of health problems for people, including diabetes and heart disease and obesity. So his company is addressing this issue by making food available that's actually healthy food. Social impact, they've had an incredible social impact. They're on underserved communities. And to date, they've sold more than 10 million meals. Another aspect of the company is that they have a social equity program. So this program trains people to have their own franchises. They train them how to run a business. They train them, hands-on training so they can operate their own franchises in their own communities. And it's a win-win situation for people that get the franchise and for people that they're providing food for. Successes of Everytable, they've been incredibly successful. They have been around since 2016. And in that time, they have created 60 locations in areas in Southern California is where they started. And then now they have 3 locations in New York City, and then an upcoming one is in San Francisco. And to keep the costs down, they actually prepare all this food in a central kitchen, and then it's distributed to those storefronts. Also, the social equity program, the finance program, they provide loans for people who want to have the franchises, and they guarantee them a salary of $40,000 for their first 3 years. So then they pay the funders back, and as they pay them back, the capital can be lended to other companies. Their aim is to have 60 franchise locations within the next 3 years. They also have incredible success with funding. They have a combined $6 million in program-related investments and grants from funders, including the Annenberg Foundation, California Wellness Foundation, Dignity Health, and the Kroger Foundation, as well as the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. I wouldn't necessarily call this a failure, but when he started the company, he actually started a company, initially was a nonprofit called Grocery Ships. And his idea was to provide money to low-income families so they could buy healthy food. And then he offered preparation classes so they could prepare the food. But what he found was that it was not really serving the need of the people in the community. He realized that they didn't have time to take advantage of the classes and the education. They just needed access to healthy food that was already prepared. So he created Everytable as a social business in response to that need. Recommendations for improving the social impact, I would say open storefronts and smart fridges on university or close to university campuses, because we know that students are always on the run and they definitely don't have time to prepare healthy food. And then perhaps offer an entrepreneur training program in affiliation with universities, giving students opportunities that they could run their own business. Recommendations for scaling are to open more stores in food deserts nationwide, and then continue to expand their home delivery service because that's been very successful. And then develop and promote the social equity franchise option in all states. And here are my sources. Thanks for listening.